Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. It's Susie here from Susie Mac Creations, and I've come to you today to share my latest DT project for the lovely Amanda over at Create with Scrimping Mummy. And this time I've made a little accordion journal using book pages. I saw this being done on a couple of channels, excuse me, over on YouTube. I was looking for some inspiration and I thought, do I want to do another folio? Do I want to do another large journal? No. It's been a wee while since I've been on. I've been away with hubby on one of our annual breaks. And I've come back and my brain isn't in gear yet. So I thought I need something quick and simple. So I thought, okay, fine. Let's do a small journal for Amanda using some of her beautiful digital papers. Now there's some of the papers I've not managed to get around to using because I had a gap year due to health issues, etc. So I am now using up some of those beautiful collections that I missed doing. So this little journal is as cute as a button, and it measures, let me see, 5.5 inches tall. Now the width will vary because the front, it juts out slightly, so I'm going to measure the total. So it's 5 inches across by 5.5 inches tall. There's no signatures. It's an accordion journal, so it just opens out like so. Let me show you the papers that I used, or the pages that I used for my book. I was shopping in a couple of charity shops and I found this fabulous big book, and it's called The Oxford Illustrated History of Theatre, and it contains lots of fabulous pages. As you can see, this is the centre that I ripped out one of the stitched papers to use. Lots of lovely pictures, historical pictures, theatre pictures. Oh my goodness, it just goes on and on and on. But it's not my cup of tea. I'm sure somebody would have a ball using all these in junk journals, but it's not for me. But I wanted to buy it and repurpose it. Once I've cleared all the pages, which will take probably the rest of my life, I may use the cover for something else. These are some of the pages that I used to create this tiny journal, and all I did was I cut it down to the size I wanted, and I did cut down to the depth I wanted as well, but in hindsight I wouldn't do that again. I would keep it the same width, and I would fold pages so as they would give me flip outs and tuck spots, etc. But these are the pages I used to create the journal, and here it is. It's such a pretty little thing. Now the papers I've used from Amanda were the French Chic collection, the French Ephemera collection, and the Label Essentials. That's the only 3 papers that I've used in this particular wee journal. It's kept closed by a little frayed ribbon, which we will remove shortly. The front cover, I decided to keep it separate, so it held on with a little bull clip, which I've gessoed just to give it a bit of texture and take that bright, shiny feel away from it. The little topper is using obviously the papers, a little bit of lace, a word or an address from the French ephemera, no, from the, my goodness, not the French, but the Label Essentials. Some cheesecloth at the side, and I've left this open so that we have a little pull out that you can journal on as well. You could journal on the back too. Oh, a little bull clip with a key, because it's just wrapping paper that I've added onto with some stiff card and layered up with various other like script paper that was in my stash. The front cover is the same picture, and the only reason it looks smaller is because I've cut it down to suit this particular little topper. Okay, so we'll pop that to the side. We'll take the ribbon away, and let's see, if I stand this up, you will see the accordion effect that we've got. I'm not saying that this will be all in view, but you get the gist of it. All these lovely little pages. So we'll start off with the front cover. We'll open this up, and I've distressed all of the pages, and I've kept all the frayed parts of the little pages just to give it some texture. We open it up and we have a pocket, and we have just some lace, a strip of the pretty blue floral paper, and one of the words from the Label Essentials. Then we have the French ephemera comes into play here. Now these are small little invoices and letters and things, so they just tuck in there. These were printed out at the size they are. I haven't shrunk them down. You get 4, I think it's 4 to a page. Here I just added a little booklet. I made a little booklet out of scraps of paper, like so, and added a banner with a little scallop border using my Stampin' Up punch. We open this up, and we have another pocket, and this beautiful floral cluster is a cut apart that comes with the collection. Here we have the pretty window with the violin and the little vase of flowers. We have a tag, and this is one of the little invoices that come, the 4 to a page, from the French ephemera. That just tucks in there. Here I created a belly band using again my scallop punch. The butterfly is part of the collection, so is this pink and green, very pretty paper, and the little banner too. And we have the peacock. It's very faint, but I hope you can see it. That just goes there. This little stopper, I just punched out a scallop circle twice, once in white card and once in paper, glued them together and just cut off the bottom. Here is another invoice, and this was printed 2 to a page because this is an A4 from the same collection, the French Chic. So I did 2 to a page so that I could add that in there. We go over again, oops, and we have a pocket, and I've added this beautiful bird's cage with all the floral accoutrements around it, a label from the Label Essentials, and 2 of the little flashcards that come with the collection. This very pretty French chateau with the gates and the floral attributes on it, and a very pretty lady, and it's a little tag. I've done nothing to this page. This is so pretty, and this is a larger chateau with the river and the floral accoutrements, some lovely script, and a very pretty lady gazing over her chateau. Turn over, side pocket, and these are all from the collection. This pretty paper, the candle scones. That's it, and that's a little envelope, a full envelope just for journaling, and a miniature Fede Ferreres invoice that pops in there. Here we have a ready-made pocket in the collection with the candelabra again, and I've cut this down. This is actually was much taller, and it was like a, I hate to say it, like a greystone type rounded top. So I've cut that off and made it into more of a tag so that it fits in to suit the size of the journal. Turn over, and this is the back cover, but it's the same as the front. I wanted to use the same image because it's just so gorgeous. We open it up and we have one of those pockets again, and this pretty lady just fits in there perfectly so that the piano lines up and the dress lines up. I've added some vintage seam binding. Oh my goodness, I've lost my words, I'm sorry. Another belly band, this time using 3 butterflies from the collection, and again just one of those invoices you could jot things down on the back. Oops, pick that up and put it in. There we go. And here we have a little lace pocket, very plain paper, and I've used the blue floral sheet of the paper and made an envelope. A little flush index card I've cut down so that you can journal on it and pop it back in there. And again, this beautiful bird's cage with the floral accoutrements around it, and that just slips back in the little lace pocket. Oops. Again, the same picture, I've done nothing to it, it's just so gorgeous. Turn it over and we have an up tuck, and again one of these lovely cut aparts, the floral spray, and a little envelope. I didn't make this one. I found a collection of these little tiny envelopes when I was having a good clear out, and I thought, do I throw them, do I keep them? And I decided to keep some of them, and all I've done, this is what they look like. Tiny. I think I got them from the Works or the Range, somewhere like that, with just little cards inside them. I think I got them from the wedding section of the Range, I think it was. Anyway, I've added some paper to the front and back, and a very pretty perfume bottle that's part of the cutter parts, along with the flower and the bird cage. So that just slips up in there. A pocket with one of the floral cutter parts and the word, or the address from the Labels Essentials. Again, a little faux envelope. The second one of those invoices printed to a page. That pops in there. And again, just a little tab to journal on the back. We open up and we have a side pocket, and I cut this out of, I think it might have been, I can't remember. Anyway, this was printed out as an A4. I just cut it down, notched it, and added one of the little invoices, and I had some copy dyed paper left over, so I just folded it up, added some corners from this paper pack here, and that's a nice journaling spot in there. Another little notepad to jot things down on. You could you could put a pocket here so that you've got a little tuck spot as well, which is an idea. We turn it back, and I think we're coming to the very front. So we're back to the front, of this little book. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. It's so cute. And I'll pop that back on there. As I say, you could just add it on and have another tuck spot in here as well, or a tag up the top. But I like the idea of this wee clip. I think it's just so cute. So you could hold it up there, and then we can tie tie it all back up with this pretty seam. It's not seam binding. It's like I don't know. It's very pretty. I love how it's all frayed. You don't have to do that. It comes like it, and it comes in all colours and what have you, depths and sizes. Anyway, I'm havering again. I'm wobbling on. Anyway, that's my little project for the month of May. I will be back because I'm not going away now until July. So I'll be back possibly next week with something else to use up some of Amanda's lovely papers. And I thank you very much for subscribing and coming along to sit through my walkthroughs. It's really appreciated. So I'm going to say bye-bye for now, but I'll see you again very soon. Bye.